Jai Shri. Let's all offer our pranam to Shrimadji and put ourselves in her bandhan. This weekend, today, today is the 12th day of the ascending moon, Dvadashi, and on Monday is the full moon, which is the largest moon of the year. It's also known as Kartik Purnima. Also the day when over 560 years ago, Nanak Sahib took his birth in Talwandi in Punjab. Now, each of the incarnations of the primordial master did tremendous work, both externally, wherever they took their birth, and internally, so that it would be a blessing to all mankind. And in the case of Guru Nanak, his job was to get people together and for them to understand that we are one human race, to create the brotherhood of man, which in Sahaj we say collectivity. And if you read stories from his life, then you know that he traveled all the way from India on foot, went to Tibet, went to Ladakh, went to the Middle East, went to Iraq, went all the way to Mecca, because he was the incarnation after Hazrat Muhammad Sahib And so he had to correct all the mistakes which the Muslims had made. But of course, the story is the way it is. But today, we'll be worshipping that aspect of the divine as Guru Nanak Sahib. His mool mantra is very much as we have in Sahaj. And throughout his talks, he talked repeatedly about Sahaj Samadhi, which Shamaji referred to in many talks and said, he talked of the Sahaj Samadhi because that is the state which is already inbuilt in us and which all of us meditating today are fortunate to experience, to feel the benefit of it, to grow into it. But as Shamaji said, Satyagraha is not only for doing, but it is for becoming. And when we worshipping her as our Guru, when we worshipping the aspect of the primordial master, then it is incumbent on all of us to also become Sahaj Gurus. And that really and truly is mastery of oneself over oneself. The other part of it is later, but first is the mastery. And through all the pujas, all the talks, everything, those are states that Shimaji awakens in us, blesses us. So even when you say, Shimaji, make me my own guru, it's still not accepting that aspect that she's already made us our own guru. So the assumption has to come from us. Of course, there has to be daily work which has to be done to cleanse, purify, to grow this instrument so that the divine power can flow through us. But then comes the assumption, because even in Saj, after getting our realization, after settling into it, we still kind of step out into the human awareness and then back into our own divine awareness. But what has to now happen is the assumption that this divinity is really who we are, and to get our inspiration and move from our spirit as opposed to anything else. So let's first very humbly do our namaskar to Shamaji within us. To Shri Ganesha within us. To all the deities within us. To all the angels, all the Adityas, all the Rishimunis, all the great saints, to all the Saj Yogis. Let's start by offering the mantra of Shri Ganesha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Shri Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. We'll say his mantra 3 more times. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Shri Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Shri Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. We offer the mantra to Shri Nirmal Gauri Kundalini Matra, because without her blessing, nothing happens. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirmal Gauri Kundalini Matra Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Shri Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. We'll offer the mantra of Shri Adi Guru Dattatreya. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Adi Guru Dattatreya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Shri Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. Shri Guru Nanak. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Guru Nanak Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. Now we'll offer his moon mantra. And as we offer it, I'll translate it also. Ekamkar. There's only one Omkara, that's God Almighty. Satnam. And his name is Truth. Kartapurak. He is the only one who does. Nirpo, Nirvair. and he has no attributes because he's beyond the gunas. And he is without any uh, feeling of nonness towards anyone. Means he's benevolent to everyone. Akala Murat, that he is that eternal form, that eternal being. Ajuni Sahibhang, and he is without any, he doesn't take any birth. Gur Prasad, Jap Ad Sach, Jugat Sach, Hai bhi Sach, Nanak Hosi bhi Sach. Taking his name, we say that you're the truth. You're the one who is, who was the truth, who will always be the truth, and who is always eternal. Humbly, with all the feelings of adoration, love, devotion, surrender, asking for forgiveness. We'll take the name of Shri. Yeshu Krista, Mary Mataji. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri. Yeshu Krista, Mary Mataji Sakshat. Shri Adi Shakti. Shri Mataji. Shri Nirmala Devai. Namo Namaha. Offering our gratitude and heartfelt thankfulness and expressing our love and absolute devotion to Shrimadji. Let's take her three Maha Mantras. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Shri Maha Saraswati Shri Maha Kali Triyunatmika Kundalini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalaki Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalaki Sakshat Shri Sahasrar Swamini Moksha Pradayani Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha Shri Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha Shri Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha Shri Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha Bolo Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Ki Jai. Jai Shri Mata.
Today is the famous great full moon. It's called as Sharada Indu. Sharada Indu. That's the name of the goddess also, Sharada Indu. The moon on the autumn season. This is the biggest moon, and of course not in England, but in India. That day the moon is giving the greatest light. See? And it's such a great thing that Guru Nanak was born on such a date. As you know, in India, people celebrate birthdays according to the dates of the moon, called as Tithi, not as the dates we have here according to the sun. They follow. हाँ?
I'm going to get.
Sure. नहीं तो हो जाएगा ही, टाइम निकल जाएगा.
यहाँ है 2
फिर इसमें 3 घंटे अट जाएंगे. अच्छा ले आओ ये. अच्छा ले आओ फिर देखते हैं. हाँ. And this great personality was born in Punjab, where people were unaware of God's ways. He was always bothered about the dharma in all his lives, because as you know, he was the primal master, and the primal Master is always placed in looking after our void, in sustaining us and giving us a model of an ideal master. And he always took birth either in the most difficult places like hills and dales and mountains, or they took places which are even more difficult things. People did not respect God or traditional Hindu idols, or you can say the statues that were regarded as the vibrating ones. But they worshipped money even now. And they worshipped power, and as that time there was a king who was very anxious to convert people to Islamic religion by giving them money. Many were taking to Islam. As a result, the Hindus started hating the Muslims, and a big hatred developed among Muslims and Hindus. That's how, in those circumstances where there was a quarrel going on between the followers of Muhammad and followers of Hinduism, Muhammad himself took his birth on this earth, though he had decided not to take any more births. He thought that it will solve the problem. Though this incarnation is such that it never dies. Even if they leave the body, they are always around. And they are the ones who perform lots of miracles when any other incarnation comes on this earth. They help, support, guide the seekers to go to the incarnations. So, to celebrate his birthday on such a date is also a myth, because he never died. He is eternally living. They never grow and they never die. But his birth is important because symbolically he came on this earth not to propagate any particular type of the void, as Muhammad did, or say Moses did, Moses, and then before that Abraham, Lao Tse, or Socrates, which followed into a religion. But he came to create amity, we can say, to create understanding, to create unity between them. This was a very big step for Sergio. After that, as you know, he was born again. God knows where. No one knows where he was born. But he appeared as Shri Saina. He too said the same thing, that to talk ill of any religion is a sin. But these efforts are quite lost, because the people who were Islamic at that time, or those who were Hindus, are now very great fanatics. So instead of they coming closer and loving each other, they have become fanatics. Though we find that Islam is spreading so fast. Sikhism is spreading very fast too. In America there's a horrible guru. He has started to spread Sikhism. He's converting all the white-skinned people into Sikhs. They are growing their hair and they are also growing their beard and wearing a kada and all those 5 things that were required. At the time of Guru Gobind Singh, when the war had started, they had to wear all these things, which was important. Because war had started, and to protect Hinduism or Hindus from the invasion of the Muslims, the fanaticism of the Muslims, they took to this kind of a military stuff. Actually, if you believe in God, nothing can be killed. But I think Guru Gobind thought that he had to take it. In all this prophetic religion, if you see, all the prophets who have spread all the religions, they were always attacked so badly that they had to take to weapons. Even in Islam, they had to take to weapons to protect themselves. Now, when these people took to weapons, they had some discipline put on the people. Without the discipline, nothing is possible. And very strict discipline was there for the Sikhs. Now today's Sikhs are no more Sikhs. They are just outside and inside they are not. I would not describe all the strictness and discipline they had to go through. But every disciple has to go through a very severe disciplining of himself if he has to become the Guru. There is no doubt about it. It is not that only somebody like me comes and tells you do this, do that, and next day you forget business. It's a very serious matter. One has to understand. You have got your realization through Sahaja. Now you have become Sahajogis. But still I would say you are not full Sahajogis, because every Sahajogi has to be a Guru. Otherwise he is not a Sahajogi. First of all, you are yogis because you got your realization. But yogis are of no use, you have to be Sahajogis. So you were told about all the chakras, everything. You were told about all the problems of Kundalini, how to cure them. Everything about it was told to you. Now you became with that a different type of a race, a different type of people who are twice born, who are born by the spirit, not by the flesh. Remember that. That's a very important point which John has said, that you are born by the spirit and not by the flesh. Those who are born by the flesh are in flesh. But you were born by the spirit. That's how you were twice born. And when you knew all about the spirit and the Kundalini, then you are a Sahajogi. But unless and until you become Guru, you are not a full Sahajogi. So to begin with, we must understand that spirit is described as a kala, as a phase of moon, one phase of moon. But a Guru is described as the full moon, Purnima, Guru Purnima. Guru is the full moon. It's not just a phase. So from one phase you have to go to the stage where you become a complete Guru. 16 phases there are altogether, and you have to cross these 16 stages to become the Guru. Now how do we do it? We have to be extremely objective about it. How do we become Guru? Because we have to become Gurus, no doubt. Now you cannot just say that, Mother, you give us a tape and we learn by heart. And we go to another person and say blah 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 blah. Same thing, whatever I have told you, or take my tape and show them that mother, this is our mother, and she's like this and like that and like that. But they will say, all right, she might be, but what about you, sir? Now, Sahaja Yoga has a very big responsibility, which I don't think people understand. I wish they could listen to me very intensely and understand it. So far, if you see, gurus remained gurus and no disciples became gurus. They were still regarded as disciples of a guru, whether it was fake or anything. They never became gurus themselves. So there was no need for them to grow. They had to take the name of their guru. All right. Christ had his disciples. Muhammad Sahib had his own disciples. Nanak had his own disciples. Shri had his own disciples. None of them became gurus. But now it is in your lot, sorry to say, that you have to become the gurus. It's a privilege, actually. It's a very great privilege to become the guru. And to become the guru, we must learn what we have to do. This also sometimes becomes just a lecture. I think so. Because I have already told you on Guru Purnima what are the 10 attainments we have to have. Today all these 16 stages are to be seen how we have to grow into a guru. First is we have to have complete discipline put on ourselves. Nobody has to tell you, like Mr. Nick is attacked by everyone. No, you attack yourself. You become Mr. Nick now. You have to make this body subservient to you. That is first mastery. The mastery is that my body can sleep anywhere. It can starve itself. It can live under any circumstances. It dare not grudge. Anywhere. It should be able to sleep any time. It should be able to keep awake any time. This body is to be mastered. Even if you read Ashtanga Yoga, first thing is mastery of the body, they say. So after realization, the first thing you have to do is to master this body. And is the most difficult thing for Western people. Because the matter is sitting on their spirit. First the spirit has to come, first phase. At least the spirit has to be there. If you have to be the spirit, then the matter of moon has to be covered with that light. In the first phase, we have to master our body. So what do we do to master our body? First of all, we must see that what are the things that drain out our bodily mastery. We must know all the crooks who try to master us. So take you out yourself. If you could move a little, I have to turn too much to it. Little bit like that. There's a lot of space. So I have to first face my body. That first and foremost thing in Sahaja Yoga we learn that we have to respect our body. This is the first principle of respecting our body. Means indulgence is sinful to the body. Because indulgence gives you a body which is no good. First of all, you must respect your body so that you can master it. If I do not respect you, I cannot master it. So to master the body, first of all respect your body. And to respect your body, you must look after your body very well. But no indulgence. That doesn't mean that you go and stand in the mud or in the rain for hours together or get exposed to make your body absolutely sort of a abode of all the diseases and colds and coughs and things like that. So your poor mother suffers cleaning your Vishuddhi. It's like a horse whose neck is down. So you must look after your body by not giving it diseases. Laziness is against it. The persons who are lazy must know that laziness is against your body. Because lazy people will not bother to dress up properly, to cover themselves up properly, look after their body properly, put oil into different screws that they have, to massage themselves, look after the body. That's the point. To look after the body, you must give some time, because this body is the temple of God. And now you have become the temple, but if the temple is dirty, is sick, is filthy, is unimpressive, is like a stick or like a balloon, nobody is going to come near it. So try to improve your personality, that it has to be a beautiful temple. I have given you so many tips that I think in my lifetime I have not given so many tips, even as Guru. Because normally people who came to a Guru in those days were really, really great Sikhs. They would hang themselves upside down just to please the Guru for months together. So that was a very different quality. People, but one or two. Now when you have quantity, quality goes down, I accept. But why not you people take it upon yourself that we make our quality first class? So first of all, train up your body. You must take some exercise in the morning, I have told you. That people sleep after breakfast, I am told, I was amazed. This is too much. See, God has given you this house as a blessing to be more alert, to give His light to others. Instead of that, if the candle is not even flickering, what's the use? So what you have to do is to first of all brush up yourself completely. Make your body all right, alert. Actually, at your age, one should not sleep for more than 6 or 7 hours, I tell you. No need. 6 and 7 hours deep sleep is sufficient. I also, in the night, I sleep about never before 11, sometimes at 12. Yesterday we slept at 2 o'clock. Got up at 5:30 as usual. So how many? 3 hours sleep, 3.5 hours sleep. Just now I slept for about, at the most, half an hour, so finished. When you don't have to work, like me, in the sense even when I sleep I am working. So to rest your body for such a long time, you make your body sit on your head, and it will be very, very difficult for you to be alert. So first of all, body must be looked after. There should be no self-indulgence. It can go to any extent of self-indulgence, like people don't keep their rooms clean, their clothes clean, they have no activity as far as all these nonsense. It is too low, too base to talk about, but it happens. People can go to any base limit, that's the problem. What to do? On this full moon day, one has to realize that on a full moon day, you are overactive. As the moon starts going, the activity starts in the night also. But none of you so far are active in the night except for me. But if you come up, you'll be surprised even in your sleep, you'll be active. So first and foremost thing is that you must look after your body. The body should be presentable. And you should not go with the so-called fashions of the day. It's very important. One should not go with the fashions of the day and take to something that is nonsensical, which is not good for your appearance, which makes you look funny or very fashionable, like a dandy person. We have to wear a dress which is in the center, dignified, good. Now, I am told that it is very difficult even to wake up in England. Somebody had told me when I was young that don't wake up an Englishman. I haven't tried that even with the bar school. I just tell you at this time, never in the morning time. Because I have been warned that never wake up an Englishman. That is the greatest sin on this earth. So why should English be so much addicted to sleep? The whole country is sleeping today. They want more wages so that they can sleep more. Eat and drink, drink and eat, in between sleep. This is a programmed life. It was very difficult. From the very beginning I saw the Sahajogis coming in, that to wake them up was difficult. And these are the same people who were known for punctuality, that they won the war at Waterloo because of punctuality, and they were so punctual that people used to set their watches even in America. They are the same people. Now the other side of it is that they sleep like logs of wood. They used to sleep before also, must be because this is an old saying that don't wake up an Englishman. But I used to think something else about it, why it is said. But it is nothing but simple laziness. So, try to see why we sleep so much. If the left side is strong, people sleep. If the back agya is strong, they sleep. If the front agya is working too much, then people don't sleep. So even if I say don't sleep, it means that you put your right agya in working condition. That means you start thinking, which is against Sahaja Yoga again. So it would be left agya, right agya, right agya, left agya, right agya, left agya. It will be going from one to another. So in the center, you have to be with Christ. He is alert every second of the day. Healing, beating, hitting, curing, looking after, guiding, 24 hours a day. And go and ask any realized soul who is called as Avadhuta, the one who is a master, they will tell you they hardly sleep for 3 hours or 4 hours. Because they cannot work when they are sleeping, so they sleep for 4 hours, the rest of the time they are working. Either they meditate and do things by projection, or they work with their hands. They are busy people. They are very busy. You have to be very busy people, because now you are employed by God. And you have to do full justice to this employment by working hard. On the contrary, we have seen that it's very easy to get lazy. So now, as many of you are already feeling sleepy, put your first thing should be for all those people who are lazy is to put their right to the left 7 times. Let's have it. The right hand. Oh. It's better? Now the back out there. Let's have it. Laziness is first. Sri Krishna was against laziness. I mean, anywhere he got a chance, he talked against laziness. Alasya. Now watch me. On the photograph you can do the same. Better now. Tonight we have to keep awake. Big problem. But don't sleep formally here, alright? Informally you can. Better? Put your eyes. Thrice. Again. So the mastery should be, first of all, of your body. Say you are sleeping on one side, you get a pain. Then what do? You sleep on the other side. In the same way, this body is to be made immune to different shocks. You see, like you put the watch in the water, shock it with the water, so it is waterproof. So a Sahaja has to be an all-proof person. So he has no place to complain then, because he is supposed to be all-proof, you see. Anybody Sahaja who complains, you can say, how are you complaining? Because you have to be all-proof. So no complaints of any kind of Sahajogis are to be accepted or sympathized. If you start accepting people who are complaining time, you will be always busy looking after them and you will be of no use for Sahaja. Those who have habits of complaining and all that should go to the hospital and stay there. Complaining people are really people who have some sort of a possession, I think, that they all the time complain and try to torture you and make a nuisance out of it. Such people cannot become gurus. Imagine if the guru is complaining, what is he going to teach? Only complaining. The teachers will be expert in complaining, and the students will be also experts in complaining. So you create a set of complaining disciples, you see. And when they come to me, what I find, they all have double bliss than yourself about their complaints. But also is very characteristics. Like Australians seldom complain. And if they complain, they are hit also very badly. Seldom you will find an Australian complaining. I have got letters, except for one or two, who have now found themselves out. Seldom they complain about themselves, about their body comforts, this thing, that thing. So under any circumstances, those who can live are the people who have achieved the 160th. Only the 160th. Jaise rakhahu taise hi. Mother, the way you keep it, we are willing to stay. Of course, the mother has kept you very well. All the luxuries of world, mother has given. She doesn't torture you like other gurus have tortured. Once for all, my son has gone through all the tortures. There is no need to put you to any tortures or troubles. But you should see how your body reacts and tell your body, yes, Mr. Body, will you please now behave yourself and not try to be indulgent. All these indulgences come to us through our senses. So if you can master your body, you will also master your senses. For example, the master, or we can say the highest of the organ which controls most of the organs, I personally think, is the tongue. Because it's the primordial nonsense. By tongue, we speak things to hurt us. With tongue, we learn how to go on jabbering. With tongue, we can show how frivolous we are. Either we are tongue tied or tongue loose. There's nothing in between with the tongue. That's only about talking part, that's lower. But when it comes higher, eating. All the time thinking about eating. I have told you 100 times that Sahajogis should go on really sometimes on an absolutely bland, boiled, horrible food just to test the tongue. Can it eat? Try this. Then try this. My father used to tell that you must burn your tongue a little bit. That's one of the tests he said one should do. But he was a hard taskmaster as a guru. So we should see what our tongue can bear. Is it fussy about food? When it sees the food, does it start watering, first of all? Does it take our attention to food? Is food important to us? So the first thing to overcome the problems of your tongue is to starve. Starvation is the only way you can correct yourself. You see, if you starve yourself, say, morning, just have little to eat, reduce it to half. You will be surprised your intestine will be halved out. After some time you cannot eat even if you want to. Your interest will go. Train up yourself. Starvation is a very good thing. I think 40 days that Christ did is very good idea. But that should not be a kind of a thing that they have Ramadan, that they eat the most spicy food during that time early in the morning, and the whole day they starve thinking about food. Starve yourself fully, but don't think of food. That's difficult, so starve yourself halfway and don't think about food halfway. Gradually try to master your tongue. Mastery of your tongue is only possible if you know how to starve yourself. This is for the western side. For eastern side, they fast morning till evening. I know of ladies, if you ask them, they said, I observe Monday, I observe Tuesday, I observe Wednesday, I observe Thursday, I observe Friday as a fast, and perhaps maybe if I do not starve on Saturday, I will eat on Sunday. I have known such people in my lifetime, many, who just go on fasting. They are such experts and scouts, you see, that they can show you that they can fast for 50 days, 80 days, 108 days and 365 days. Starving masters. So for them I have to tell you have to eat when they are starving. To you I have to say, let us see which date we can starve ourselves. Let us have one day to celebrate. Today is great day of Nanak. One day let us starve. Which day should be? Monday we cannot, because Monday we have a program. Tuesday we cannot, because it is the day when Hanumana has to work. Wednesday we cannot, because that the creativity took place. How can it be? Thursday we cannot, because we are a guru at that day. We have to work very hard as guru. Friday we cannot, we have to work the Shakti of Mother. Saturday we cannot, because we have to do all the intrigue of Shri Krishna. And Sunday, how can it be? This is the day of the sun. So which is the best day for starving now? Let us see. We should have Thursday. Because Thursday is the Guru's day. And let us do some fasting. Half day. Can we start with half day, then full day? Thursday let us have maybe second half, because breakfast is essential, I think. Without breakfast, you see, the horses cannot rise. So let us have the second half, or we can have the first half. Actually, you have to devise yourself. If you have to be the gurus, it's like going to a college where you are left to yourself. It is you who has to discipline yourself. Nobody has to tell you that you do this and do that. That somebody has to wake you up. In India it's the other way around. If you tell somebody that you have to wake up at 5, the person who has told will be awakened at 4 o'clock. Himself, the one who has told, so that he doesn't get up to wake him up. Did you follow me? And the whole house will be awakened at 4 o'clock, so that they can take up the duty from the person who has to get awake. But the fellow who has to awaken might not sleep the whole night. It is just the other way around, the other extreme of it. Say if I am there, one night I sleep there. If I get up at 1 o'clock, I find all of them sitting and meditating in the passage, up to the bathroom, everywhere. They have not gone home, not taken food, nothing. Just meditating, taking vibrations, correct. I am sleeping inside. In the night I want to go to the bathroom, I just cannot go because they are all meditating. Nobody is sleeping. Nobody is sleeping. So is the other way now. So to you people, let us do one day, that you must have 1 day fasting, 1 day keeping awake. Which day should it be? Let's see. A day when there is no film. Half night. Second half, I mean. Not the first half. Which day? which is the most difficult day when you cannot keep awake.
Friday morning.
Huh? Sunday night. But there's a film on. Without the film. You see, treat yourself like that. Joke with yourself. Now, Sunday night, is there a film on? After 12 there isn't. So Sunday night to get up at 12 o'clock. Let's have it. Enjoy it. Don't get angry. Make a fun out of it. You think more about it, then you get upset. You just don't think about it, really enjoy. It's like swimming. Get up at 12 o'clock, all of you go for a bath nicely, sit down, say bhajans, this, that. Let us. Should we? Michael, what about you?
I don't go to bed till 2 o'clock.
Huh?
I don't go to bed till 2 o'clock.
Up 12 o'clock. No, you have to get up at 12.
I'm there already.
No, you have to go to bed till 12 o'clock, get up at 12 o'clock. You see, the first half of the night one must sleep, always, is better. Second half of the night is the better part. Alright? So the first half of the night you all have to sleep anytime. You can sleep about 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock if you want to. But that should not be important, what time you sleep. Whatever time you sleep, you have to get up at 12 o'clock in the morning. Or say after 12. So Krishna was born in the night about 12 o'clock. Nanak was born 12 o'clock in the night. All the gurus mostly took their birth 12 o'clock in the night. To celebrate that, we must have one day where we do not sleep after 12. But then what about Caxton Hall?
Should we try Saturday night?
Huh?
Saturday night. We do it Saturday night. It'll be safer, so if there's any accidents, they happen on a Sunday rather than a Monday.
Alright. So you can sleep in the daytime of Saturday or of Sunday. Sunday afternoon you can sleep. No, that would be not wrong, right? But if you make any compensation, then you are not torturing your body much. You must devise a method by which your body does feel that it has to get up at 12 o'clock. Better keep it that time. What do you say? All right.
I just think that people's work might suffer on the Monday.
Huh?
People's work might suffer on the Monday.
What's it?
So people's work might suffer on getting up for Monday morning, rather.
They will never. Take it from. They will not. You see, work is not important. What is important is your spirit, your mastery. Work in any case you are not going to have after some time. So that work is not important. This new work that you have taken, better look after that. Forget about your work. Forget about these things. What is important is your spirit. Otherwise, you cannot become gurus. Spirit is the most important thing. The rest of the things are absolutely unimportant. Is zero. I've been very so slowly trying to take you out of the mud of materialism and of these mundane things. But you have to work for God. You are special people. So you have to make yourself a master. So God gives you all the blessings, everything. But the idea of luxurious life must be given up. People want to make life luxurious. Then you will have the luxury of this world, but not the luxury of God's blessing. One of the two you have to select. Either you lead a luxurious life here, come this side. Either you lead a life which is luxurious on the material level, or you lead a luxurious life of God's blessing. One of the two you have to choose. The time has come. So nothing is important. See, the insecurity of money also is another nonsense. At least you people should not have. I mean, you will never starve at least. But Indians, if they do not work, they will starve. Not you people can never starve. If you are unemployed, government is happy more. As long as you don't bother them. If you sit at home and meditate, they'll be very happy. So to earn more money or to make more money is not important at all in service. Most important thing is to be the spirit. For that, whatever is to be done has to be done. Let everything suffer. You don't make your spirit suffer. Because you have to become the full moon, like Guru Nanak. How much did Guru Nanak earn? You should find it. How did he live his life? There is nothing to bother about money. Because more money is not needed. Just needed for your food and for your living. And then money is arranged if you need any extra money sometimes, emergency. I've done it for many Australians, you know. But those are the people who have dedicated themselves fully. And that is why they have been helped whenever there is an emergency, they don't have to bother. But the dedication to your spirit has to be full, complete, and nothing to your work, actually. Because that goes hand in hand. If you are not worried about yourself after realization, about your spirit, you will have all the problems of the world. First and foremost is financial problem. Then physical problem, mental problem, emotional problem. All kinds of problems will follow because I have awakened your Kundalini. One part I have done. But the another part, that is your heart, you have not opened. You must give your heart to surgery. You have not opened your heart as yet. Heart has to be opened. You are still worried about your father, mother, brother, sister, wife, children. Open your heart fully to surgery in a doubtless way. Then only doubtless awareness will settle down. Unless and until you open your heart, Kundalini rising has no meaning. Because Kundalini is rising, but the heart has not opened. If the Mother Earth sends forth her power through the seed and the seed doesn't open, then what's the use? It's all a waste. Open your heart to Sahaja. Open your heart to Spirit and say, Mother, we are the Spirit. You have to realize this. Many people also perhaps do not realize that you have come on this earth to be the Spirit and not to be workers of human beings. You must understand your greatness and know that you are not like mundane people. That's why you are blessed. Who is blessed so much? You are described long time back by Blake that such and such people are going to come on this earth, men of God. Men of God. What do you have in your heart? Your heart will be like a stone. Unless and until there is light of spirit, it is a stone heart. And the stone is going to hurt everyone, is going to ruin you completely. Open your heart. 100%. You have met Indian Sahajogis. They have problems of money. Or how much they work for Sahajoga. Day in and day out. How much they have contributed for Sahajoga. Then imagine about 7 lakhs of rupees they have collected. Rustam knows. 7 lakhs of rupees they have collected for their ashram. 7 lakhs is 35,000 pounds. 35,000 pounds they have collected only in Bombay. In Delhi they have collected about 5 lakhs. 25,000. They are working, they have families, they have children. But what they think about is nothing but Sahajoga, nothing but Sahajoga, nothing but. They give most of their money for Sahajoga, I think. They live with minimum. If I tell them, why don't you buy another shirt for yourself? So they will say, Mother, I've worn lots of shirts in my previous lives. So satisfied. We have found the Atma now. Let us dress up the Atma. We have found out our heart. Let us become the heart. What is the need to worry about these things? We have done enough of all this nonsense. I tell you, we think they are poor, but they are not. Wherever they can save their money, they will save it. They used to give me some money before. I said, no, I don't need just now. There's no need. Because I have no place to keep. There's no trust, nothing. How are we to do it? They continued like this till about, I think, 73, 74, when I went back, we thought of starting an ashram because you people were all coming there. So I said, all right, now you have to give me money. All the Sahajogis can give me money, whatever they have said. And you'll be amazed, everyone came out with 1,000 pounds, 1,000 rupees. Every one of them, whether he was a laborer or every one of them, 1,000 rupees. Minimum. Up to 21,000. In 3 years' time, that's it. Because they thought it is our responsibility to save money for Sahajoga. Tomorrow if you have to have an ashram, how are we going to have? But we still indulge into things. So this is what is the Guru Pad. The gentleman has to sit down. Give him a chair. Please come. Please come. Need not be standing. All right. So today is such a great day of Guru Nanak's birthday. And we have to see his own life, how he spent his own life, how he lived, and under what conditions he managed. So the first thing is to look after, disciplining yourself. Feeling responsible for Sahajoga. I was amazed. People told me that in the ashram people keep the lights on. The oil costs so much, 300 pounds every week. I'm amazed. Every one of you should be responsible for every electricity, everything that you spend here. This is God's place. Somebody has given the car, everybody wants to use the car. You see, the saving the pounds is still going on in the heads of Sahajogis. If they can save by taking somebody's car, they would borrow. Never borrow anybody's car. It's not for you. You must have your self-respect. Why to borrow anybody's car? Is not to be done. So the second point of the self is self-respect. First is the respect of your body, and the second is self-respect. We are arrogant, we can be rude, But we have no self-respect. But it is the tree that is lacking. See, suddenly I find afterward there has been no teaching how to be self-respecting. And like in the war, might be, the atmosphere might have been created, I don't know why, that I'm above everything, don't care for others. May have been, I don't know why this kind of a thing has come. But it is so, very prevalent. But you people have to be the other way round. Others are first and then yourself with your self-respect. Doesn't matter. Nobody is going to die. I can tell you this much. You all must have self-respect. And such mediocre people should not be allowed to stay in surgery. At least in the ashram. Because it brings bad name to a surgeon. One person can spoil the whole. Only people who want to be gurus have to stay in the ashram. It's not going to be made into a convenience for anyone. But the other way around is that we are going to look after ourselves. We have to become this. We have to grow. We have to do it. Then it's just the other way round. Everything works out. I don't have to tell you. Because this is so base and so gross that after being here for so many years, you should all have become avadhutas by now. Absolutely. Controlling all elements, everything should have been possible. But still you are under the grip of the element. How can you control it? First of all, get out of the slavery, this mental slavery. Alright? If it is there, it's there. If it is not there, doesn't matter. Nothing is more important than me. I am the king of the whole world. If I have to sleep on the ground, I can sleep. If I have to sleep in the palaces, I'll sleep. Nothing can dominate me. Then you are the master. You know, in India there are some Sahajogis who are definitely controlling the elements. We have examples of that. Lots of things have been published, and you know that in Nirmala Yoga, you must have heard. But you meet them, you will find they are avadhutas. When they talk, you feel a great sage is talking, the way they behave all the time. You see their behavior and everything is so great. We need people of that caliber today because that is the situation of all the nations. You have to be extra good because today is not the time when we can allow things to go as they are. Or we are not just disciples, we all have to become gurus. And it is not the time when you can play with time. You cannot play with events. You have to surmount it, you have to come on top of it. It's the time when the whole ship is going to be drowned or to be saved. This is the situation today. And that's why you have got your realization so far. If that precarious time had not arrived, how many of you really think you deserved it? But you got it. Because the time is such that everybody must be given realization and they must be given all powers so that they come up. But if you do not open your heart, put all your attention to your spirit, these powers will not work out. None of these powers will work out in you. This is the problem. Every guru had a command on the elements. Nanak, you know definitely. People were sitting there and they asked him for the water and he put his hand on a rock and the water started pouring down. That's why it is called Punjab. 5. And the 5 rivers exist there too. It is said about all of them that they had powers over elements. So how much we are lacking? Still we are like other people who are selling cheap things or who are busy making cheap things or who are of no value. You are the ones who have to save the whole world. At the maximum of my life, blood and toil and everything, sweat, I have put in this land of you. The time is coming for me to give. Only 3 years more are left. Before that, I hope we establish an ashram. You need not pay for it, but you have to be ready to occupy it, otherwise you cannot occupy it. I can tell you, cannot get any more blessings of God. But why should God bless you? This is the point one should ask oneself. Are you your own spirit? Or you are all else but the spirit? But when I say something, it just goes as a big roaring. I don't know if the frequencies reach your eyes or not, or ears or not. But I would request you now, as Gavin has asked me for Guru Nanak's day, I really didn't want to come, because to talk of Guru Nanak and to hear about it, one has to be a very great person. Because such a light to bear, you have to make up yourself. Everything else is important. Then how can you talk of Sahaj Yoga coming over? I went to America, I was surprised. Americans, whatever it is, few people. But to them, Sahaj Yoga is the most important. They talk nothing but Sahaj Yoga, their life is Sahaj Yoga. Morning till evening they are working out Sahaj Yoga, nothing else. They are not poor. Australians, you know. But the heart is not open. The spirit has not shown its light. It is the one that gives you complete satisfaction, complete joy, complete Guru's principle, because then you start giving. If there is no light, what are you giving? Darkness. What are you giving to others? The darkness that is within you, if you are going to give that. So the second phase has to be, as I have told you, to have self-respect. The one who asks, demands, has dearth, has no self-respect. Who can give me? When I am forgiving, nobody can give me. We have to learn to give. And give and give and give. Does not matter. I am so worried sometimes that I do not give you any hard tests, I tell you. Even a little bit, when you try to be funny, you do get a little bit hurt, but again I soothe you. But sort of a mediocrity, you see. This mediocrity is not going to help us. You see, the age of mediocrity. In the politics are mediocres, useless people. You go in the economics, there are mediocres, everywhere there are mediocres. In Sahaj Yoga we have to have extra brilliant, extra sacrificing, extra dynamic, extra compassionate people. Otherwise Sahaj Yoga is not going to work out. If you fail, it will be a responsibility. Naturally you want me to help you. I have done my level best, you see. All the quick methods, you see, instant, like puja, all that I have allowed you to have. But that does not stay in you, does not retain in you. The vibrations are so much. You have no idea. Some people have felt the gale coming out. Gale. So it is there. You may not feel it. If you ask Gagangarh Maharaj, he'll tell you what happened to him when he first faced me. But to you, nothing happened. What if gale comes to Rock of Gibraltar? It doesn't feel it. So as far as I'm concerned, I've worked very hard, you know that. And I know you can come up. You have that potential in you. So, you must make your own rules and regulations. Nobody needs to make. If somebody makes so much, you make your own so much. Like tea drinking, like mad. I just don't understand. It's like a life which is a swingy thing, you see. It has no direction, it has no guidance. You must, if you are the master, you must at least be the driver of your car, if not the master. You should stand on your both legs and know that you are the guru, that you must have your own staff in your hand. The staff that will guide others, not a support to you. If you are yourself a lanky-panky person, how are you going to hold all the masses to you, and how are you going to guide them? So strong effort, very tenacious effort must be made. Form your own rules and regulations. Treat yourself as a disciple. You are the guru, you are the disciple. So the third phase of this thing is to be the spirit. The spirit, that is the guru, and the rest of it is the disciple. Your body, your mind, your emotions, your intellect, everything is a disciple and you are the guru. For this, you do not need people of very great intellect. You do not need people of very great education, but a person who is courageous and a person who is of that quality. When you go to India, you must meet a gentleman called Harishchandra. He's a very simple fisherman. He's a graduate, of course, but the simple man works in a bank. And he came to me in Sahaja Yoga. He got his realization. I have told you his story once. And again I'll tell you what sort of a man he is. He told me that they went to the sea. He was to go to the other side on a small little island to talk about Sahaja Yoga. There were 25 people and it was a storm, really a tempest. So went and stood before the sea and towards the wind that was blowing, and he took out his hand and says, "Stop it now. I have to go for mother's work. This is God's work. Will you stop? Until I come back home you are going to keep it like that." Once he said it and the whole thing stopped. They all saw, witnessed. He went there, did all the work, came back home, and when he entered his door, then the water started draining. It started drizzling down. He's an ordinary man to look at. Compared to you people are really great Englishmen. He lives in a very ordinary way. His wife is a fisherwoman also. She sorts out fishes and sells them in the market. But see, his body is so well built and shining, and the muscles so developed, and the man, he stands up and the way he talks, an absolutely humble person. No wonder Christ chose fishermen. And he has got thousands of fishermen as his disciples. He doesn't call them disciples, he says all they are mother's children. Thousands, don't know. He has been calling me to go to them and all that, but they come to my program, some of them. one day I have to go down to those islands. Any one of the islands, he said, you come, they'll be all there the whole day waiting. But the way he's there is surprising. When I'm there, he brings fishes for me. But I said, you see, I eat fishes that you bring, but what about my other children? He said, no, next time all the fishes will be sent to you. And he sent one truckload, we won't believe. And I said, now I don't even have truckload disciples. Who was going to eat all this? And he said, nothing, I just went and told fishermen that mother has asked for fishes and everybody gave their fishes. One day we will not have fishes, what is that? What does it matter? Imagine those people who live day to day in that country. Modi told the newspaper people that we can control the elements somehow by Mother's grace. So the newspaper people felt that they were very much boasting. But it's true, they can. To them it is not boasting, it's just what it is happening. So they are telling the truth, you see. But that should happen. We should also have some things to boast here. Important. So now we have the other phase, as I told you, is of becoming the guru of yourself, detaching yourself, identifying yourself with the spirit which is growing in its life. So detachment. One has to develop detachment. My mother, it starts like this. My mother is suffering from cancer. My father is suffering from madness. Mother, can you cure them? So now first I cure mother and father. Then I am married. My wife is like this, my child is like this. Then my house, then my motor car, then my dog, then my umbrella. I have to go on struggling from A to Z, from Z to A. All right? I can do up to a point. But for what? For what? Why to cure the mother, father, brothers, sisters, every relationship, the 10th marriage and the 11th divorce? Why to correct all this? For what? It must have some purpose. And if that purpose cannot be served, what is the use of doing? The purpose is that you at least leave all these things into my hand and detach yourself. But you want to bring the case to me as well as worry about it. Detachment. But the idea of detachment is like this. I am very detached about money, mother. Absolutely. I am not bothered. I keep the lights on. Why to worry about money? This is the argument. Why should we worry about looking after the gas and all that? After all, we are detached people. We are in detachment, you see. We are not attached to money. But who is going to pay? The another type of detachment that I see, very interesting one is this one is, I am very detached. So, I am not bothered about having a bath, having all kinds of diseases, having all kinds of problems within myself, giving my problems to others. I am detached. Why should I cover myself? I am detached. If I get cold, I am detached. Let everybody get cold from me. That's why, what can I do? I am detached. I have got cold, so what does it matter? I am a detached personality. Why should others find? They should also get detached. This is the ridiculous limit we can go in our idea of detachment. Detachment is from within. You are not bothered. You are not bothered. You know your mother. The first detachment is shown in generosity. Detachment is generosity. Very nice. She sold her ornaments for nothing at all. I mean, I would never have accepted that money. She just sold. It's remarkable. She's poor. She's Polish, not English. She sold her ornaments. And this is what communism has done to people. They are very detached. Communists are very detached people, I tell you. Of course, I would never take that money that's there. But the way she did it, just like that. And she was just record it, I was happy. For God's sake, all right, what is ornaments thing? I mean, you know, I've given away so many of my ornaments to keep relations all right. The other day I gave away my kada to Christine, you know that, when she got engaged. Just it came out of the hand and went away. I was detached, you see. I never even felt the coming out. So much detached that Christine, poor thing, you see, crumpled down with pressure, but to me it was just nothing. Dust. So that detachment has to come. Now you should know which part you are there. Like, idea of detachment should not be that I would say hippie style of detachment, that you have right to exploit everybody else. Or the another type, as I told you, which is very ridiculous. It's not an idea, it's a thing, it's your awareness itself is detached. So these 4 things for your material side is important. What you eat is not so important, because whatever you eat, if the brain is going to be such a nonsensical thing, it's better whether you eat it or not makes no difference, just sterilize it. Like in the hotel, what will you have? I'll have pancake. What will you have? I'll have this, I'll have that. For what? I just don't understand why waste so much energy. Why not you all have pancake, all of you to put together? It's a very big thing, you know. Or today I will have this. Out of all this materialism, what comes out is Mr. I. So we develop this Mr. I. So the word I must go away, we should speak we. We means you and all the Sahajogis put together. When you say we, you will find it will be different. Or take your name like this Norman. This Norman won't listen. Like children say. I asked a little boy, I said, will you go home? I will go, but his name was Munna, this Munna won't go. He is very obstinate. What can I do? This is detachment. To speak in third person is detachment, in which you are not in the picture, you are a witness. You are a witness of the show. So this detachment should work in such a way that you should witness the whole show. You are not involved into it. But just see what happens in collectivity also. It becomes a political issue certainly. In Sahajoga also, political issue. Nothing short of political issue. We are not here fighting like union leaders. We are all leaders. Where is the time to fight? Whom are we to fight? That we have to decide. So as far as all these things concern are detachment and attachment to spirit. So we go further. See now what should be our attitude on our mental level. Physically you have seen that you have to develop a complete detachment in these 4 ways that I have told. Now on your mental level, what you have to do is to understand the essence of every writing. Try to discriminate between vidya and avidya. Because avidya will kill you, will take away your energy. But vidya will sustain. So try to find out books which are supporting vidya. I was surprised, there's a lady Barbara, she met me only last time, Ravina, and she has written such a tremendous book, you'll be amazed. I mean, of such a level on Sahaja Yoga, very tiring. I'll show you that. And you know that book is now being considered for giving her a doctorate. Can you believe? In an American university. Of course, that's only possible in America. But still, that book has that level. I was amazed at the book. So try to gather nourishment, like reading Devi Mahatmya, reading about, finding out about Bible and finding about other scriptures, about Quran, this, that, and which supports you, which nourishes you. Blake, Kabir, Nanak. I mean, there are so many. Lao Tse. This is the Guru. This is the knowledge. It will be amazed. Once you start doing it, it comes to you. I met a man near Rahuri, as you know, we go there. And there's a man who just drives the bullock cart. And he had brought the bullock cart to take me down to one of the programs. You know what we'll do there. He was sitting there, we were waiting, and I was talking to him. And I felt an avadhuta sitting there to drive me. I mean, uneducated, absolutely, he has never known book, he does not know how to write, but when he was talking, I was said, oh God. From where this knowledge? From where all this coming, this wisdom? Such wisdom, I tell you. Such wisdom that I just was stunned. I was stunned, really. From a man who is not even been to any school, college. Christ did not go to any school or college. Such wisdom you can't imagine. You meet him next time when you go there. If somebody could translate him, you feel like touching his feet the way he is. Extremely unassuming, simple man, wearing a white, clean, see that topi and clean dress, and driving me down. And to him, this was the greatest privilege of the whole world, is to drive me. He said, it must be the greatest of all, something I must have done to be able to drive. In such simple ways, he was explaining to me about the character of the bullocks and the human beings. Just imagine. And the things he talked about, if I tell you, you won't believe, so I just don't know. That's the sign of a great man. He doesn't talk of frivolous things. He has no time to talk about frivolous things. I have seen my own grandchildren. They never talk of frivolous things. They have no time. They are so busy, All the time clearing out. When they came here, they said, we have to clear out this Brompton Square, then we have to clear out this Knightsbridge, then we have to clear out this London, then we have to clear out this England. Where is the map of England? Bring it. All the time they were busy, clearing out. And then this place is Wales and this place is this. Oh God, this is horrible. Bring some shoes, do this, do that. All the time they are busy morning till evening. They would go upstairs in the room and they are busy. They are busy people, they have no time to talk about the mundane things and all that. Then we brought the dolls. I brought some dolls and toys for them. They put all of them there, you see. And they put them on the map there. Now, see now, to dolls. Now you look after, They're talking to dolls like that. Dolls are their disciples, teaching the dolls. You see? Don't sit like this, you must sit properly. You don't know. You can't bend your knees. Better learn that. You must learn to bend your knees. You see, because the dolls have straight legs. You see. And all the while, even the little children I've seen the way they are busy all the time doing surgery. Every level they are working. As today I was telling Rustam about my own father. You see, he was a learned man, of course. But when he talked, he used to talk of something like I told him about the state of a person called Sabrant. He told me that human beings are very different from God. When the God incarnates, then the Sabrant state, which is awakening between the subconscious to the conscious state, is direct. See, he comes down directly. But human beings go this way. They never go straight. See, God descends, so he descends properly, but ascent is always in a very subtle way. Goes on like this, and he gathers everything that is in his subconscious. So the Sabrant state, where he is waking up, is such a dangerous thing that he can gather up anything. And by the time he gathers up, the dream becomes something so funny. He may look at a God whom he has seen in his dream like a witch, and the witch like a god. Well, the way, you see, I saw him always busy. I went to talk to him. I found a companion. He found me a companion, sort of a thing. We could talk because his attention was there. His attention was not how everybody has made their hair and how they are sitting down, or what are dresses they are making, what do you have in this thing. Nothing. His attention was on the spirit. His own spirit and spirit of others. And he was so dynamic in his brain that he knew your dictionary by heart, I tell you. He never consulted dictionary all his life. Neither Sanskrit nor English. He was master of 14 languages. Can you imagine? How he must have managed. He used to play tennis very well. He used to swim for 3 miles every day. 3 miles. He had muscles that he could lift you up and yes. Very healthy person, healthy man, very generous, much more generous than me, so you can imagine. Very generous, to him nothing matters. All right, you like it, you have it, like it. He'll starve himself, but he will be generous. And a man of principles. So we come to the second point, which is we have started. The fifth one is mentally you must only take to things which are nourishing. Through vibratory awareness you will know. Ask other Sahajogis if you do not know. But take nourishing things to read and not horrible, detrimental to your progress. If you read them, you are responsible. You are real great readers, I must say. You ask any name, everyone knows. I said, who was Gropius? Everyone knows. You need not be an architect to say that. Everyone knows what happened, who is this, who is that. Out of your seeking you have done one good thing, to read everything, whether good or bad, whatever it is. But now after realization, you must try to find out what you have to read, what you have to know should be nourishing. Talk that is nourishing, helpful. So in talk, you should have compassion. If you are talking to someone, it should be full of compassion. Sahaja Yoga is a system of compassion. A guru has to be very, very patient. It's not like other gurudom, or even real gurus had no patience. This is a system where patience is the only way it will work out, because no gurus gave realization, it is only you who have to give it. And you know what is realization is? The other day we met one, a fellow sitting tight. I said, no. They said, we have failed mother, we can't give him realization, it's hopeless case. I said, really? So I went there. At the end of it, you see, they said, mother, there's one fellow sitting I wanted to avoid, you see. But they said, all right. So raised his kundalini. Raised it up. Tied it up. My hand's paining now. Oh no, I didn't feel anything. I said, this fellow is least bothered how much we are working on him. He's just thinking he's obliging us. So then 2-3 people came forward, brought a light, put the light before him, did bandhan, everything. Again I raised his kundalini thigh. No, not at all. Went on like that for half an hour, then I gave up. I said, sir, I'm sorry. You are too great for realization. We'll try again. I'm not convinced. And I was fagged out. I said, really? I am convinced about it. So you allow us to go. And then I gave up. You have to have tremendous patience and sense of humor. You just can't tell him off. You see, if I told him you are good for nothing, useless, you have a bad kundalini, you go away from here, get away, get lost. I couldn't say these things to him. I had to bear him through. And not only in the end, I had to say that you are a great man, you see, because otherwise he would have used some other man. Because already the ego was so big that with all the pins I put inside it, it could not be flayed. It was made of a special fiber. I think. It was such a difficult task. So one has to know that we have to be compassionate. We have to read something that nourishes our compassion. Read of people who gave away everything that they had. Tukarama. Read Tukarama. Tukarama was a poor man. And one day he went to some place and did some good job. So they gave him lots of sugar cane. His children were very fond of sugar cane. So on the way every child would ask, give me one sugar cane. He was giving to everyone. When he came, only one was left. So the children said, we are 3. It's all right. Next time I'll bring for you. Share it among you 3. And they had it. They said, better have it, now one more child will come and this will also go away. So one has to know about lives who have been giving. Read about people who have been giving. They gave their lives. They crucified themselves. They tortured themselves. They allowed to be exploited. They allowed to be poisoned. Read of such sacrifices, of great sacrifices. We are lucky people that we have seen all those things with our own eyes. But at least you be one of them, that you can, at least if not see, visualize it. You can. Bring that as your principle. So we move now from detachment, which I have told you 4 types of detachments. And then I told you the nourishment to your mind and nourishment to your heart. Nothing nourishes more to a person than giving away. Nothing nourishes your heart, your compassion, unless and until you learn to give away. Now will you please make a list of things, how many things you have given away in this 1 year, last 1 year. I can't because it is too much. Please make a list of things. How many things, except for your brains, you have given away to others without thinking about it or have thought of giving. Since Christmas, let us, to this Christmas. Heart is opening. Think of giving on material level. Other help is there to give. But no. We don't even give the other help, for which you don't have to spend any money. Just give a hand. I've seen Very easy to make up. Labor saving devices. Now I've come here, some will be running, others are just sitting. Tea is brought to them, food is brought to them, everything is done. They'll just put the plate also before, go and wash. It's not only selfishness, but it's unmannerly. Unmannerly to be like that. In Sahaja Yoga, you have to be extremely busy helping others at every point. To be helpful. You know, Ravi Shankar's guru was a very great man. Realized fully he was a great person, so he knew so many things. And one day I was there in the night, you see, there was a doctor, we were his guests in a way. For dinner we had gone there. In the night the call came that I need you very much to the doctor. Doctor said, no, I'm tired. He was also another very giving person, no doubt. He said, oh, must come, I have a big problem. See, I saw a little baby. He said, what baby you found? He said, it's a baby. He was an old man. He said, I found a baby of a deer which is suffering now. And the mother is dead, nobody to look after. So I said, all right, I'll also come with you. Because I knew I will touch the baby. I went with him. So he was sitting with a little thing to his heart. So the doctor said, what are you doing? He said, I'm trying to give him my life, see, if possible. So that when you come, at least to find him alive. Just like this, such love. So he took out the thing, doctor, his coat and all that. He said, all right, put it on down. He's sitting there, very cautious. He is a realized soul, no doubt. I put my hand on the thing and I caressed it. And it came to life and it started. Oh my, he was very happy. He said, you are a Devi, you are a goddess, I can tell you. But one bad thing you have done. I said, what? You are married. I said, but Devis must marry also. He said, no, but supposing you are married a miserly man, then what will happen to you? I said, I will see to it that I don't marry a miserly person. That would be the greatest curse. He said, I had the same type of a wife who was miserly. I'm fed up with her for the miserliness. So that is what it is. Miserliness should be hated, absolutely to be hated. Absolutely to be the worst of all. It's like leprosy for surgeons. Miserliness is saving pounds, you know. That must go away from your mind. Miserliness to yourself is good. Miserliness to others is bad. Gregor told me shocking things. He said, this is our culture. I said, your culture? What do you mean? You see, he said that if you go in a hotel and if somebody is paying, we should start looking this side, that side. I said, really? He said, this is very common. You just can't believe it. If it is culture, it is the opposite of culture, whatever you may call it. It's not culture at all. Culture would be to come forward, all right, I'll pay. But America is even worse. They'll say, I paid for you yesterday, you paid today for me. I mean, absolutely disgraceful miserliness. But this is gracious. You see, when somebody is paying, you look at the other side. You may be gracious, I don't know what you may be. It is just the same. It's filth, I tell you. So compassion. Compassion at any cost. You may have to work till 2 o'clock. You may have to work at 4 o'clock. Doesn't matter. You have to work, you have to work, you have to work. Because compassion itself is joy. Because your spirit is the ocean of compassion. There's no other way. There's no other way to enjoy your spirit, but to give, to give, to give. Doesn't matter if you have not eaten your food, doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Many a times you know that I don't have food for 24 hours sometimes, still I'm busy. What's that? It's not necessary for this body. The food of this body is compassion. That nourishes. So you have to be miserly towards yourself, but you must have compassion. Heart. Open your heart. Open your heart first to God for thankfulness. This is the other quality one should have. It is a higher quality, I should say, of thankfulness to God. He has given you realization. He has given you this body. Do you realize that this body, human body, is given to you? He has given you everything. Count your blessings. Even to have the body, to enjoy it as a human being. You are not in any bandhan, you are not in any pash, you are not pashus, you are not animals. Animals are pashus. You are free being. God has given you freedom. And He has given you His realization. Sense of thankfulness. But our language says, thank you, finished. It's only in the lips it finishes, lip service. From your heart, thank you. From your heart. Not outside, just go to church, thank you God very much, all right, done, finished. Is to thank Him from your heart. Write praise, sing praises, glory to God, to the great who has created us. Your disciples are sitting, and every moment when you are talking, you say about Mother or about God, they'll be amazed. It's only possible if you have sensitivity, if you have memory. The greatest miracle of this world is that everybody has to die and nobody remembers it. But the another one is that everybody is blessed by God, but nobody knows it. But you are so specially blessed. So what you should do? Be joyous. Be grateful. So that bliss comes to you. Without thankfulness, nothing is going to go wrong. Thankful heart. You need a heart that is thankful to God, so that He gives you. But when you give others, He will definitely give. But don't think it is your own. You are giving what God has given. So today I have told you 8-fold movement. So you have become half moon, only in mind. And other half, keep it for the next Guru Purnima. Alright? So may God bless. Today you must take up a vow in your hearts that you will develop guruship within yourself, mastery.
ਸਭੇ ਦੁੱਖ ਮੁਕੇ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਹੱਥ ਬੰਨਦੇ ਆ ਮੱਥਾ ਟੇਕਦੇ ਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਣ ਟੁੱਕੇ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਹੇਠਾਂ ਚਾਨਣ ਦਾ ਦਰਿਆ ਵਗੇ ਉੱਤੋਂ ਮਿਹਰ ਦਾ ਬਰਸੇ ਮੇਘ ਬਾਬਾ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਥਾਵਾਂ ਤੇ ਪਾਏ ਪੈਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਅੱਜ ਵੀ ਵਰਤੇ ਦੇਗ ਬਾਬਾ ਨਾਨਕ ਸਭ ਥਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਓਂਕਾਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਆਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਪਾਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਸਭ ਥਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਓਂਕਾਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਤੂੰ ਨੂਰ ਦਾ ਫੁੱਟਦਾ ਚਸ਼ਮਾ ਏ ਤੂੰ ਰੋਸ਼ਨੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਰੇਖਾ ਏ ਇੱਕ ਤੇਰਾ ਹੀ ਦਰਬਾਰ ਸੱਚਾ ਬਾਕੀ ਸਭ ਭਰਮ ਭੁਲੇਖਾ ਏ ਤੇਰਾ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਸੁਣਾ ਵੈਰਾਗ ਹੋਵੇ ਤਨ ਮਨ ਦੇ ਬਦਲਣ ਵੇਗ ਬਾਬਾ ਨਾਨਕ ਪਾਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਸਭ ਥਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਓਂਕਾਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਆਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਪਾਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਸਭ ਥਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਓਂਕਾਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਬੰਕੇ ਲੋਇਣ ਦੰਤ ਰਸਾਲਾ ਸੋਹਣੇ ਨਕ ਜਿਨ ਲਮੜੇ ਵਾਲਾ ਕੰਚਨ ਕਾਇਆ ਸੋਇਨੇ ਕੀ ਟਾਲਾ ਤੇਰੇ ਰੂਪ ਜਿਹਾ ਕੋਈ ਰੂਪ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੇਰੀ ਦੀਦ ਜਿਹਾ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਰਬੱਤ ਦਾ ਭਲਾ ਸਿਖਾਇਆ ਤੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਘਾਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੋਈ ਵਾਦ ਨਹੀਂ
ਵਾਇਜ਼ੀ ਬਾਬਾ ਜੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੂੰ ਸਿਖਾ ਰੱਖ ਸਕਦੇ
ਤੂੰ ਕੇਂਦਰ ਬਿੰਦੂ ਬ੍ਰਹਿਮੰਡ ਦਾ ਤੂੰ ਸਿਰਜੀ ਸਾਰੀ ਖੇਡ ਬਾਬਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਪਾਇਆ ਦਸਵਾਂ ਜਾਮਾ ਤੂੰ ਹੱਥਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਫੜ ਲਈ ਤੇਗ ਬਾਬਾ ਨਾਨਕ ਪਾਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਸਭ ਥਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਓਂਕਾਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਆਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਪਾਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਸਭ ਥਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਓਂਕਾਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਪਾਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਪਾਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਸਭ ਥਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਓਂਕਾਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਪਾਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਪਾਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਸਭ ਥਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਓਂਕਾਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਨਾਨਕ ਪਾਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਸਭ ਥਾਂ ਓਂਕਾਰ ਨਾਨਕ
We'll offer a short puja. I know this talk was long, but it also helps us with our Baitak, because Baitak is also a very important part of Sahaj. with all the aspects that Shivaji talked about, which is already given to us. But now embracing that and not only establishing but manifesting that, because that's when the divine work starts. That's when we really become instruments. With that full awareness, that we are instruments through which the divine power has to manifest and work. And the primal principle of the primordial master is the innocence of Shri Ganesha, of Shri Vishnu, of Lord Shiva, of Shri Brahmadeva. And that principle is working through us also now. So we'll offer the divine essence of prayer. Let our ears hear that which is true. Let our eyes see that which is pure. Let our beings praise that which is divine. And let those who listen, hear not my voice, but the wisdom of God. Let us worship with auspicious song, the appropriate strength and propitious knowledge. And let our meditation enlighten and enrich. Let there be amongst us compassion and peace. Om Shanti 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 Om. Om Shanti 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 Om. Salutations to you, Shri Ganesha, Sakshat Shri Jesus, Sakshat Shri Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devai, Namo Namaha. Verily, you are the beginning of all things. It is you who is the doer of all deeds which have been done, are being done, and will be done. It is you who supports all things that are supported. It is you who protects all things that are protected. It is you who is the complete pervading spirit, God's divine energy. Think clearly, brain, speak only the truth. Shri Ganesha, let your presence waken in us by Kundalini speak. Let your presence awaken in us by Mother Kundalini listen. Let your presence awaken in us by Mother Kundalini bless. Let your presence awaken in us by Mother Kundalini protect. Let your presence awaken in us by Mother Kundalini. Your disciple be the disciple. For you're the essence of all the sacred literature and holy words. and you're the energy that understands the holy words. For you're the divine combination of complete truth, complete happiness, and complete energy, and you're beyond. For you're all knowledge, and you're the use to which the knowledge is put. For you exist until the end of all things, and after the end of all things, you are. You're the one who creates the end of all things, and after the end of all things, you remain indifferent. For your earth, your water, your fire, your air, and you're the space above the air. You're the gunas, and you're beyond the gunas. You're the body, and you're beyond the body. You're the essence of time, and you're beyond time. For you and only you exist at the Muladhara Chakra. You're the spirit, and you're beyond the spirit. And those who would join God meditate upon you. For you're Shri Brahma, Shri Vishnu, Shri Rudra, and you're Shri Indra, Shri Agni, Shri Vayu. For you're the sun at noon, and you're the full moon. Through all of these and more, you're the all-pervading energy of innocence and wisdom. You're the divine servant who stoops to wash the feet of saints. You're the tiny core of all things, without which the larger have no purpose. You're the key to the libraries of all the scriptures, without which the truth is hidden. For you're the full stop that completes the sentence, without which the sentence loses its meaning. You're the crescent moon, and you're the stars, and you're beyond the stars. All things from tiny dot to universe are you. You're the future, and you're beyond the future. You're in all forms. You're where the sounds combine. You're the silence between the sounds. You're the rhythm of all music and all prayers. This is the knowledge of Sri Nirmal Ganesha. And you, Sri Nirmal Ganesha, are the master of that knowledge and all knowledge. For you're God and you're the goddess. Om Gam Nirmal Ganpatye. To your powers, Sri Ganesha, let all surrender. Let the left side of memory and the right side of action surrender to you, and let your enlightenment prevail. Your first truth you have, and 4 holy hands, one holding a rope, the second a gourd, the third is raised in blessings, and the fourth offers sustenance. Your banner is of a humble mouse, and you have long ears and are clothed in red. Red decorates you, and you're worshipped with red flowers. You have compassion for those who love you, and it is for those who love you that you come on this earth. You're the force that creates, the energy that pervades, and the spirit that protects. Those who seek union with God pray through you. Those who seek union with God worship you. Om Gam Nirmal Jesus Ye. To your powers, Shri Jesus, let all surrender. Let the left side of memory and the right side of action surrender to you, and let your enlightenment prevail. You're the word that was the beginning. You're the word that will be the ending. You're he who was born of a virgin and died on the cross. You're the one who absorbs all sins and who died to live again. You're God and man, and you're worshipped with red flowers. For you have compassion for those who love you, and it is for those who love you that you come on this earth. You're the force that creates, the energy that pervades, and the spirit that protects. Those who seek union with God worship you. Shri Ganesha, salutations to you. Shri Jesus, salutations to you. He who is the beginning of all worship, salutations to you. He who destroys all the powers of evil, salutations to you. Sakshat Son of Lord Shiva, salutations to you. Sakshat Son of Mary Mataji, whose unending love, salutations to you again and again. Sakshat Shri Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi, whose unending joy, salutations to you. Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti, Shri Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi, Namo Namaha. We'll offer a few names of Shri Adi Guru, and then we'll go to Aarti. Shri Adi Guru Dattatreya. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Adi Guru Dattatreya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Shri Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. Shri Guru Nanak. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Guru Nanak Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Shri Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. For you're the truth and goodness and beauty, for your Shri Sattva. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sattva Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Shri Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. For you're the one who's the sustainer of the sacred fire of truth. Shri Sattva Bhrit Angati. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sattva Bhrit Angati Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Shri Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. For you're the one who resides in a lotus, Shri Kamal Alaya. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kamalalaya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Shri Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. For you're the golden egg of Shri Brahma, that is the subtle body of the Virat. Shri Hiranyagarbha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Hiranyagarbhai Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Shri Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. For you're the dwelling place of enlightened knowledge. Shri Bodha Sam Ashraya. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Bodha Sam Ashrayai Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Shri Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. For you're the ruler of the Nabhi Chakra, Shri Nabhavi. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nabhavi Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Shri Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. For you're the one without a sense of body or individuality. Shri Dehas Shunyai. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Deha Shunyai Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Shri Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. For you're the knower of the highest truth, Shri Paramartha Drish. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Paramartha Drisha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Shri Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. You're the one who's the knower of the divine technique, Shri Yantravid. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Yantravid Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Shri Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. For you're the one who's the supporter of Mother Earth, Shri Dhar Adharai. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Dhar Adharai Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Shri Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. For you're the one who's ancient and everlasting. For you, Shri Sanatan. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sanatan Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Shri Mataji Shri Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. We'll offer 7 names of Shri Satguru with a full awareness and understanding that that is who we are. Because from a yogi, Now we have to embrace and assume that assumption that we are our own master, embodying all the things that Shimaji explained: self-respect, mastery over this body, mastery over this mind, being the pure spirit, compassion, love. Let's say within ourselves that Shimaji, by your grace, I am my own Guru. By your grace, Shimaji, I am my own Guru. Shimaji, by your grace, I am my own Guru. Tattva Atma, that we are the essence, whose essence is truth. Aham Sattva Atmai Namo Namah. That which is the ocean of truth, Sattva Sagarai. Aham Sattva Sagarai Namo Namah. That is the one having pure knowledge, Sattva Vid. Aham Sattva Vid Namo Namah. We witness the whole the reality. See Sattva Sakshi. Aham Sattva Sakshi Namo Namah. We meditate on the ultimate reality, Shri Sattva Sadhyai, and the ultimate reality is Shri Mataji. Aham Sattva Sadhyai Namo Namah. Shimaji, by your grace, we promise to embrace and now manifest from our Guru Tattva, do everything from that consciousness, from the consciousness that comes to us from our spirit, the inspiration that comes to us from you, and move away from the ego and superego to our own spirit, because that's who we are. Jai Shrimadji. Can all get ready for Arati now.
दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल
माता जी,
में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जग में संकट कारण कितने दिए अवतार, माँ कितने दिए अवतार। विश्व में तेरी महिमा, विश्व में तेरी महिमा, तू गंगा यमुना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जो भी शरण में आया सुख ही मिला उसको, माँ सुख ही मिला उसको। बैठ के दिल में ओ माँ, बैठ के दिल में ओ माँ, लौट के ना जाना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। मानव में अवतर के कर दिया उजियाला, माँ कर दिया उजियाला। कलयुग में माया है, कलयुग में माया है, फिर भी पहचाना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। संत जनों की धरती है भारत माता, माँ है भारत माता। इस धरती पर आकर, इस धरती पर आकर, दुख से दूर करना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जब दिल में आए तब मधु संगीत सुन लो, माँ मधु संगीत सुन लो। हो सके जो सेवा, हो सके जो सेवा, हमसे करा लेना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निरमल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी, श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी, श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माता जी, श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। बोलो श्री भगवती माता जी, श्री निर्मला देवी की जय।